Missing Libyan jetliners raise fears of suicide airliner attacks on 9/11. Islamist militias in Libya took control of nearly a dozen commercial jetliners last month, and Western intelligence agencies recently issued a warning that the jets could be used in terrorist attacks across North Africa. Intelligence reports of the stolen jetliners were distributed within the US government over the past 2 weeks, and included a warning that one or more of the aircraft could be used in an attack later this month on the date marking the anniversary of September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks against New York and Washington, said US officials familiar with the reports. There are a number of commercial airliners in Libya that are missing, said one official. We found out on September the 11th what can happen with hijacked planes. Now, having supported al-qaeda in 2011 to overthrow the West's friend Colonel Gaddafi, is it any surprise that the government in Libya are now saying that Tripoli, its capital, is no longer under the control of the Libyan government? Al-Qaeda, the terrorist group that the West backed in Libya and that Obama and Cameron seem to love so much, are now in charge of Tripoli. Let's not beat about the bush. Libya is fucked, as is Afghanistan, as is Iraq. Everywhere that the West so-called intervene, they leave a trail of destruction and chaos for years and years to come. And as a direct result of this chaos, we are now seriously expected to believe that despite being able to read newspapers from space and being able to track anyone, anywhere on the planet in real time with satellite capabilities, that 11 commercial jetliners have just been stolen, and they might be used on the conveniently upcoming anniversary of 9/11. What a fucking joke. How on earth do you steal 11 jetliners? This is nonsense, and it must stretch the logic of the most loyal X Factor fan. Well, maybe not. So how exactly did they steal these jetliners? Did they just rock up in their American-funded Land Cruisers to the hangar somewhere and tie up the workers and just drive them off? Or did they hijack them in mid-air and sneak them off to a secret island somewhere? Remember how the planet went mad when MH370 went missing? Could you seriously imagine 11 jetliners going missing and nobody saying anything for a few weeks? One transponder gets turned off, it's international news. Then all of a sudden we're reminded about the anniversary of 9/11. It's a little bit too convenient for my thinking. This is a piece of propaganda, the likes of which I have never seen. It's laughable, truly laughable. But if this isn't propaganda and they manage to in fact drive these airliners through the streets of Tripoli, yeah, out the way mate, yeah, I know I'm a bit wider than your normal load, but I'm just coming through. Get them through the streets of Tripoli without being seen and off into the desert, then any damage or death caused by them will be the direct fault of Barack Hussein Obama and David Cameron for intervening in the first place. But the authorities must realise that for a 9/11 Part 2 to happen, they need to quickly wire up the buildings that the planes crash into, because as any thinking man knows, those buildings were brought down by bombs and not the planes. What a fucking joke this is. Wake up people, they're seriously taking the piss out of us with this one.